Now they might cheat a little bit along.
Does a lot for the handlers too. Picking the dogs back up on the way through. Nice straight lines, nice close work. End of exercise. Notice just a little gentle pat for the dog. That's the praise the dog gets for doing his job properly. Now into formation work. Nice tight group, very close. Leaving their dogs again. Beg your pardon? Oh, he was a little bit out of line, was he? Right. Again, as you can see, they are not robots. We don't believe in having robots. We don't believe in this army-style robot type of dog. We like the happy, working dog that does love to wag its tail. Okay, it's a bit naughty sometimes, but Again, it is obedient when it's required. Slow pace, still keeping the tight formation. In the obedience, there are three changes of pace. You have your normal pace, a slow pace and a fast pace. The old lady's looking for some attention, I can see. In the centre we have two of the oldest dogs. The old lady, as I called her, in the front there. No, not you this time, Beth. I'm talking about the dog this time for a change. You're next. Has been in the show ring for a number of years and then come out and done the obedience. And the old fella, old Ben there, is with his old handler, she put up her hand before, so she doesn't object to it. As I said to you before, dog training can be done by anybody. Age makes no difference. And you'll be surprised at our number of our retired people we have in the club who thoroughly enjoy to get down and train their dogs of a Sunday morning and do their 10 minutes training every day at home. That's all it requires, is 10 minutes every day. Into the circle work. A little bit of the fast pace to form the circle. The dog at the handler's left hand at all times. Again, as you can see, it is the normal, straight out obedience basics. Jazzed up a little bit, put into a circle, and a little bit extra walking around, staying, leaving the dog. Left about turn. Again, downing the dogs and leaving them. As you can see, there's not one of them been interested in getting up and going for a walk, or they're just keeping their heads around and seeing their when's Dad or Mum coming back to me. So all they're interested in is where's their handler. Right in tight in the centre. Right. Downing their dogs from the distance. You can clap, because if you think this is good when they finish, you know, it does help them. Pulling their dogs in. And finish. Around back to the left-hand side of the handle where they should be. Right, I think that was worthy. Can have anything up to 15 to 20 dogs performing at once in a suitable area. We have worked on the centre of the main arena here at the showgrounds with 16 dogs working. Right, now we're going to do here what we call our socialisation work. Going through dog to dog, dog to people work. Now this exercise is taken even from puppy class all the way through to make the dog really social. Sit right next to one another. As you can see again, no problems whatsoever. Yes, I think it's worth it. But again, we do the same training right throughout all our branches, that when they get together, they can form a team and do the work that's required. Standing next to one another, head to tail. During your Sunday morning training, you do your half hour mostly of obedience, and the second half hour is what we call the socialisation. Again, obedience, but doing it like this with the dog-to-dog work. With weaving and all this type of thing to socialise the dogs. Now the down position. Now, going to jump over the 2 dogs at a time. Hand for Andrew at least. Good effort, Andrew, and good effort on the dog's part. Not one of them wanted to move. Oh. Classes. Stepping back. We've got just about half a dozen kiddies from the front there that would like to come out and pat the dogs and do the staff examination. Only about 6. Right round to the front of the dogs first. That's enough. There's enough coming. We'll be here that you can pat the dogs after. Go round the front, right through to the front. Go round to the front of the dogs. Now that's enough. You get a chance after. We're not going to run off as soon as we're finished. You'll all be able to pat and play with the dogs. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much. Right. I'm afraid today we still have to teach this exercise. In puppy class it's food control, but from class 1 onwards food refusal. We still have people who do want to bait our dogs, and I'm afraid this is the saddest part still of owning a German Shepherd. We do have to train them that they will not take food off of strangers. Ah, you've got one? Oh, but that's our old lady. She's entitled. I think she's allowed to be fed these days. What about old Dukey boy? No, he was very good. Turned the head away. Some of them really turn the head so that they can't take the food. Only got the one, did we? Good girl, see, she knows. Yeah, she knows. Right. Now we're going to have Vernie. Retrieving the dumbbell over the jump. Setting his dog. Straight down on the dumbbell, straight back and sit in front. Dumbbell and return to the handler. Exercise, terrific. Good effort. Both calling their dogs, telling them to drop. Andrew's giving them the signal for when, and then call their dogs in again. Excellent. Yes, very, very good. You have dogs barking and carrying on. To get them to do it when you want them to do it's another story. This also can be a utility exercise for their third title. Now we have Betty and Duke in the directed jumping. Now Duke is a utility dog. He has his full titles.
Let's jump. I'll jump.
Now he was told to do the jump. What are you doing, Duke?
What are you doing?
You're not supposed to do that, Duke. Take him, Betty, and show him that jump where he's supposed to do. I'd rather still do the other, Mum. Yeah, that's what I know, Mum, but I'd rather do the other one, you know that. As you notice too, Duke is a long coat. Again, cannot be used in the show ring, but can be used for obedience. Been sent out to sit. Waiting for the command to over. And sits in front. As you notice, the wagging tail all the time, enjoys every bit of it. Terrific. This is one of the hardest things to do in obedience, is to send your dog away from you. Not again, Duke. Duke. Back over the bar jump, Duke. No, not up there, Duke. You know you're doing it slowly because you're not supposed to be up there. What are you doing? Over. Do the, that's it. That's what you're supposed to do. No, I'll do it again, Mum. You're a clown, Duke. You love it, don't you? Thank you. He must come out with the right numbered article. It's done in 3 sections and it's marked, and they can NQ very quickly on this one, which was a non-qualifying score, and do upset the whole of their work. And the medal one has been placed. The dog trying to scent the article, get the owner's scent on the article. Oh, that's the one. Yes, very good. And as you can understand, a metal article in your mouth, in a dog's mouth, you try putting a knife, something like that in your mouth and holding it. And you see what it's like on your teeth. You imagine what it's like for the dog. Which ones we got now? The leather. Now the leather, as you know, always has a scent of its own as well, so it makes it quite a little bit harder for you to put your own scent on that article. Turning the dog back now, sending the dog. Working on grass too, that people have been walking all over. He thinks I had the wrong one. Have we got the right one? Yep, we did. Good. Right, now we have the wooden article. Again, these for the trial ring have to be all a certain size and standard. They are made up in kits for people to get. It's a very interesting work for this type of utility work. Straight onto it. Very excellent. That was really good. Right, he's going to do some digging and some crawling. And crawling along the ground. Stay down. Now she's going to bed. This is part of the utility work. Downing the dogs with no voice at a distance. Getting them up again, and the finish. Now there was not a word spoken there, it was all done with hands, properly trained. Now we're going to hide it so Mead doesn't know where it is. Andrew's put his scent on it. Again, this is your utility work just turned into a fun thing a little bit. it your scent on it too, have you? You got the ball? No. Come on, Mead. Which one's it under? Good. Oh, terrific. Very good. Want to come and plant the ball? No, we've got one up. We only need one. We've got one. Back. Just to show you that it's not a set pattern or anything like that. Right, it has been planted when you're ready. Send Mead. Oh, it's very quick onto that one. Now you can have your game with it. That's for being good. Again, just those little things that help with your dog. You want to go and talk to people. Now you have to get another dog to jump over the top of them. And as you can understand, you would not see very many shepherds doing this. Very good. Your Brian's going to go put his girl, we're going to add another one into it. Does me think he's Evel Knievel, I think, going to jump all over the top of everybody. Terrific, yeah, I think a good round of applause on that. I should say 1-6. Yes. Wow, excellent. Very good. So you called me, Dad? Right. Other and go around the equipment. Playing up today, Dad. Through the tunnel. Again, as you'll notice, some of the dogs do refuse. But again, see, some of them are just starting to try and get used to this type of thing. Good girl. You know, particularly for some of these older dogs, they're doing a darn good job on some of this equipment. Oh, me, take over. Right, we've got the two big boys up on the top together.
Not that one, no.
The Duke thinks he owns this equipment, doesn't he?
The other end.
No, I think that deserves a round of applause, don't you? That's sitting up there like that. Right. The German Shepherd Dog Club takes puppies, but lined up in front of you. Going across from the left to right, we have Ernie Dodge with Sultan, Shirley Edwards with Misty, Luch Sandak with Blitz, Brian Padgham with Carla, Betty Reed with Duke, Joe Grimer with Tina, Richard Doig with Mead, who by the way Mead is Andrew's dog out the front, Sue Vane with Tegan, and John Badbury with Ben. And calling the shots we have Andrew Saliba. Ready straight off lead. Your first few classes, of course, you would do learn on lead. Class 3 onwards is off lead work. Leaving their dogs in the stand stay. Andrew just going a quick pat over a few of them, walking in and out. Just a little bit of a distraction thing with them. See that they don't move. Returning to their dogs. The left about turn. Again, the dog goes right around back to the left hand side. Downing the dogs. Andrew going to step over the top. As you can see, none of the dogs will move and get up. Of course, I don't say that sort of thing happens in training always. I have noticed Andrew with squeaky voices at times, I think through dogs jumping up. Nice, close, tight work. Dropping into the V for Victoria formation. You can clap, the dogs do it as well. Going back through the dogs again. See the dogs still stay there. About turn and pick up their dogs on the way through. Yes, I think that was worth a clap. It was excellent. I am cutting down a little bit on the talk in between because we found the last one, the handlers had a little bit of trouble hearing Andrew. With the mad mouse and everything else, it's a bit noisy. The dogs right next to one another. We do this from puppy class onwards. I believe it's part of the socialisation that a shepherd needs. As you can see, there's dogs sitting next to bitches, dogs to dogs and bitches to bitches there, and there's no hassle. Empty tail. Leave their dogs. The next one, they will take the dogs in and they will down their dogs or drop their dogs. They will tell the dog to do. There's no movement from any of the dogs. Coming back into a straight line. Into formation work. As you notice, it will be a very tight, close formation. In this they will do changes of pace and their sit, stands and drops the same. In the obedience work you have three paces, your normal pace, fast pace and a slow pace. Another one not just standing quite square. One on this side's moved over too. But again, we don't worry too much. We do not want robots. We want that happy, working, playful shepherd. They try and have to wag their tails while they're working. In the centre of the team there, the first two ladies, right in the centre, the old lady with the dog itself I'm talking about, not the handler of course, very young lady, is an 8-year-old. The one behind it, old Ben, is 9 years of age. They're not young dogs, a couple of them there. Still working, just quite capably along with the young ones. Again, that very tight, close formation, downing the dog from the and back. Fast pace in formation, which is very good.
Left about turn.
Left about turn, the goal has to go round back to the left-hand side. I think that's standing their dogs and leaving the dogs, walking around the inside. As you notice, most of the dogs will turn to watch the handler coming back to them. They're not worried about the other dogs there standing there in the circle. And down in the dogs, walking around the outside this time. All into the centre. And what we're going to do here, they're going to come out the centre and they're going to do signal work with their dogs to get the dogs to down and to sit by signal from the distance. Getting them out and sit. And then calling them in. Dog sits in front and then told to return round to the left hand. And we're coming out to line up. Now what we're going to do here is a stand for examination. We're going to stand the dogs up, tell them to stay there, come out and pat the dogs. Now we only want about 6. Go round to the front of the dogs and you can give them a pat on the head and walk along the line. Only about half a dozen. I think that's about enough now out there. Go round to the front, not through the middle. Give the dogs a little pat and keep walking so the other kiddies can have a pat. Well, that's enough out there now. Those that have missed out, well, you can have a pat afterwards because we won't race off. You can all have a little pat. Good. Well, that was a very good stand for examination. They didn't mind that at all. Thank you very much for all the children. It was excellent. And thank you to the dogs for doing a wonderful job. I'm afraid we do still teach the food refusal, as we still do have people that bait our dogs. We still have people who do not and don't understand the shepherd, cannot get used to them, and do some silly things about them. Right, I haven't got any takers for a chocolate biscuit, I don't believe it. It's usually the most favourite thing, chocolate bickies. No, no, not even, oh dear. It was excellent, very good. Just leave on to do. It's another way of gaining a little bit extra bond with your dog and learning more about your dog. You do a lot of it with your obedience work, and people very obedient still have a great love of their dogs. This is working through during the walk, through the legs. I'm quite sure we'd have to have a tall lady to do this. I'm quite sure I couldn't manage it. or a little dog, one way or the other. Very good. Round of applause, and Kirk is excellent. Right, Andrew with me. Check away wherever Andrew goes, Mead will follow. Had enough, Dad. I'm watching the camera, Dad. I'm hogging it. Good. As you can see, Mead is Andrew's dog, but he has that well trained that the other young lad can take it into class and work it also. So Andrew can call the class.
Come on, over.
Dad fell over. What else can you expect? You can't expect him to do it, Dad, if you fall over.
Come on, over.
Over. Good boy.
Come on.
You go through his arms. No, I'm not, Dad.
One more try.
What it is? Yes. That's what it is. They were clapping up, going to retrieve the dumbbell on the flat. Again, this is the open work for your CDX title work. Return to the handler. Handler takes the dumbbell. Dog returns to the left-hand side. Both car dumbbell over the hurdle. Sending the dog straight onto the dumbbell. Oh. You dogs are looking for attention today, aren't you? Yes. That's better. See, you people haven't been clapping hard enough, I know it. Both calling their dogs. Downing the dogs.
That was your fault.
Then calling the dogs right in. The 8-year-old bitch has done a number of years in the show ring and then has come on and done the obedience. Ben, on the other hand, has stuck to the obedience. They're both doing speak on command. It's quite handy if Betty and Duke have gone through and get it, and as you can see, age is no bar to a handler. Sending the dog away, which is one of the hardest things to do. Now she's nominated the jump. Dog's done the jump, return to the handler. Hitting the dog again. Now Betty's given him a good talking to. The last exercise he didn't do the bar jump, he finished up doing the walk. We'll just see what happens this time. Did you talk to him, Bet, enough good? Did you talk well enough, Bet? Oh, you did, Bet. He did the bar jump. Good on him. You try getting the steward scent on it, and then you give it to the handler to put the scent on. Hands it back to the steward, he puts it in with the others, and the dog has to go and find the article. You can understand what it is for a dog to pick up a round piece of metal. This is a utility exercise for obedience. It is one of the top, well, it is the top title that you can go. Put his scent on it, the article has been placed on the grass. Dog scent. The dog can seek. Keep seeking. Found the article. Good. Turns it to the handler. And that was the leather article. The next one we're doing is the round piece of metal. Joe really putting his scent on it. You notice Andrew's just handing him a piece of paper. He doesn't wipe the scent off.
What about that?
He's going to send the dog to find the article, which is a round metal this time. As long as the dog has its nose down, it is considered that the dog is working. There's no real time limit on it. Got the right one. You notice she knows she's got the right one. That little jump she does when she finds it. She praises herself while she's doing it. Again, you notice the happy look about her when she's working. Now the wooden article.
Awesome.
Yes. Very good. Excellent job. Really good effort. Exercise. And it isn't easy to do either. Yeah, I think that deserves a good round of applause. That is terrific effort to do the length to the distance. Right, now we're going to do the begging part of it. Sitting up and begging, good girl. They're coming back to Dad. Exercise finished and the prize. This is another utility exercise. Downing the dogs. Sitting them. Calling them in. And finish. Now we all know where it is. We'll see how quick it takes me to find out where it went. Give them neat and scent. Pretty smart. Good boy. Excellent. Right, can we have one of the too many one? Come back out the way, love. Going along, having a sniff. Bit harder this time. I think it's under there. Yes, good. Now that's not a hard thing to teach your dog, is it? Quite a simple thing. I'm sure you can get some ice cream. This is absolutely a fantastic effort to be able to do this. Yes, just likes to see how good you is. Terrific. Right, now the fourth one. As you can notice there too, in the lineup we have dogs and bitches standing together. No problems whatsoever.
Hey, come on over.
Over the top. Good. Up over the A-frame and up the wall. And in through the tunnel. As you can see, they get very excited on this work that they really enjoy doing. So a few of these articles are in the new agility equipment that is around. The German ship at long last is coming to its own, but its workers will act their tasks and thoroughly enjoy this piece of the work. So what we do here now, we're going to line them all up on the walk in a format that anybody wants to take photos at all, you can come up closer and take your photos and get a photograph of all the dogs that have been working here today.
Come here.
Round Bet, round on the end of the...
John.
Right, anybody wants to take a photo, you can. The handlers will walk back so you can get a good look. Take a photo. How about a round of applause? I think that's a terrific effort. It was a very, very good job done today. And that's what you could do with your well-trained, obedient pet. Because that's all these are. They're well-trained, obedient pet. Looks like Brian has one of the fastest dogs in the Pal Super Dog. We'll see if he's the fastest handler. Oh, he cheated there. That was a good one. Jump down the side. Don't bother running. Good through the tunnel. 20. And he's never done this before, so, you know, he hasn't seen this equipment, so it might slow him up a little bit. Right, when you're ready. Right, through the bit. So he's going to get through the bit. Go, right. There. Through the door, through the top part of the door. Over the top. That's it. Up over the wall. I reckon you've got to be the fastest. You have to be the fastest. You got stuck in the... Right. I like the way they do the top. Terrific. Yep. Good effort. Right, up over the A-frame. Down, up over the walk. And through the top. And through the tunnel. Oh, that's cheap!